Election day is just hours away, and with record turnout here in Texas and across the country, a lot of first-time voters are expected at the polls. 25 News reporter Hannah King has more.
Texas A&M political science professor KIRBY says there are always new voters in every election cycle, but this one's different due to the intensity of the candidates and the choice voters can make. Many first-time voters are hitting the polls in masses this election season. In his first presidential election, this Texas A&M sophomore chose to vote early.
Personally, I was very excited to vote. Like, first presidential election, it's kind of a big one.
OROZCO says people participating in both Republican Trump rallies and Democratic protests were already the type of individuals who were going to vote, and now first-time voters are seeing the intensity of this election and are weighing in on the action.
And I think those people were already going to vote, but a lot of people are now looking on that and saying, hey, like, maybe I should vote against that, or for that, or for that.
A freshman pair of twin Texas A&M brothers made a 3-hour drive to the Dallas-Fort Worth area together to make sure their votes counted this year.
It's become more like a trend now, so it's like, oh, I voted, you need to go do your part. But for me, that's not really what it is. It's just, it's like people have fought for my right to vote, and I feel like I need to go and use that. Yeah, I just wanted to have a voice, and that's something that I can do when I'm 18. Like, I know, like, I'm an adult now, so to have my voice heard.
KIRBY GOIDEL, a professor of political science at A&M, says there's not only an increase in new younger voters, but also voters over the age of 40 who are also voting for the very first time.
Some of those are, of course, Biden supporters who feel like the Trump 4 years has been too much and they can't take anymore, and they didn't vote in 2016 and didn't think it mattered, and now they think it does matter. And some of those are Trump supporters who are adamant and very intense in their feelings about President Trump and don't feel like he's been treated fairly.
Professor GOIDEL says when two candidates are polar opposites, it gives voters the power to make a significant decision.
When you have two candidates who are sort of playing to the middle, that doesn't excite voters as much. But when they feel like the choice is meaningful, that's what motivates people to come out and vote, and especially people who haven't voted in the past, because they feel like the future of the country is on the line.
GOIDEL also says the aggressive push of voter turnout from both political parties also drives people to the polls. Reporting from Texas A&M, Hannah King, 25 News.